Welcome back to On the Table Talk. I'm Stoney.
I'm T.
All right, let's get into it. All right, here we go. Someone says, what's a red flag people often ignore at the beginning of a relationship that's almost always causes problems later? Should I just give one or?
Yeah, just start off with one.
Just start off with one. I'm going to start off with one. I would say a red flag would be one or the other party not wanting kids.
All right.
That's a red flag in the beginning of relationships.
That you ignore.
That they ignore until something happens and now they got to deal with it. Mm-hmm. So what do you think?
I would say, I have a couple. I'm going to say, a red flag is jealousy. A person who doesn't respect your time.
It says that almost always causes problems later.
I think
jealousy. You think the jealousy
I do.
causes problems later?
I absolutely do. It's like all these really weird things happen as a result of him being jealous. She can't leave the house unless he's with her. Oh, if she wears a certain thing, he's thinking she's out there doing something. Like, jealousy is an ugly thing.
Right. What happens after someone gets jealous is control. I was going to say controlling.
That's why it always leads to almost always.
Definitely
leads to problems.
That always causes problems later.
Well, just basically going based off of the question itself, it says almost always. So yes, I think jealousy almost always.
Always. Well,
shows its head.
I'm talking about controlling, because controlling comes after being jealous. Because you can be jealous. Anybody can be jealous, but then once you become jealous, now you want to control things, like you say about her friends. All right, well, let's read the comments. It says lying, right? That was one of ours. It says, better to say, that's none of your business, or I'm not comfortable talking about that, than lying. The truth always eventually comes out.
That's true, too, but I don't like that's none of your business. Yeah. It sounds rude. You can say that better than that, so...
Okay. Well,
that's those.
Somebody said, "Did you cheat on me?" That's none of your business.
You see what I'm saying?
Don't make any. Yeah.
I literally just
said, "Did you cheat on me?" That's none of your business.
Yeah.
Or I'm not comfortable talking about that. No, that's just two examples. That's what.
Yeah, that's weird. A weird way to tell someone you don't want to answer a question.
I would say, here's another says, I would say poor conflict resolution skills. Because there's always conflict, right? Obviously, no one is their best self in a tiff. Mm-hmm. But if they are avoidant of issues, weaponizing, needing time to process as a way to not talk about things, or generally avoid difficult or uncomfortable conversations, you're in for a rough ride on that one.
Yes.
And that's probably a lot of people as well.
Yeah, I can't stand that.
Well, yeah, communication skills for humans or something else.
Yeah, because here's the thing. When you try to avoid going over issues, I think later on it becomes a problem. And if you continue to do that, it just keeps piling up. All of a sudden, you have this long list of things that you never resolve because you're so busy running away from having one conversation. Just one. That maybe if you resolved it, you wouldn't have so many more after.
Is that a red flag at the beginning of a relationship, though?
I do think it is.
Let's see. We got another user says, oh, yeah, I made the mistake of ignoring. What are they talking about? Ignoring this once.
I think they're talking about the conflict resolution.
Oh, resolution? Thinking conflicts would be settled slowly if I gave it time. They weren't. They just piled up. That's what you said.
Yeah, they pile up. And it's funny because I don't want to bring it back to man-woman thing. However, it feels like men typically don't want to discuss these things. They just don't. If it's something that makes them uncomfortable.
Oh, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
All of a sudden, they have a headache.
Really, I don't want to hear it. Okay.
You good?
I'm good.
As I was saying, if it's something that makes them uncomfortable, they get a headache. They do any and everything to run away from it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Anyway.
You know how men are. You know what men do? Yes, I know
Yeah.
it's very
So,
disrespectful to women. What they do is, right? They're talking in the ear.
and then you know what's funny though? As soon as those ladies leave, they quiet quit. The first thing that man says is, I don't know how it happened.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. She just
I didn't see it coming.
pissed her
Like,
off one day. She just left.
like really? She been trying to tell you this whole goddamn time.
She just left.
What you mean you don't know?
Dude, I don't know why.
And
she
and
left.
if you investigate it and you ask a line of questions, all the truth comes out. And it's like, well, dude, how didn't you not know? She been trying to talk to you this entire goddamn time. What you mean?
You mean all the time I was ignoring her?
Yeah, that time.
All the time I didn't want to hear her mouth?
The whole time you was doing this.
All the time her voice was hurting my ears?
Yeah, that's what she was saying to you when you were going like this.
Everything's all good until something happens and she wants to talk to you.
Yep.
And all of a sudden her voice hurts your ears.
It's funny too because as soon as she says she wants to leave, then that's when he wants to talk.
Yeah.
It's too late to talk then. But that's what I was
Well,
saying.
the
As far as his
relationship is
comment.
damaged. It might not be too late, but the relationship is damaged.
Listen,
And,
like this lady said,
be
by
repaired.
then it piles up. That big old pile be so freaking high. And most likely the woman, on the woman's side, she remembers every bit of it.
Yeah, women remembers everything.
Right? Like an
elephants.
elephant. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Someone says, yep, the same. And I became extremely resentful, and that affected how I felt about my partner in the long run. The reasons we broke up were ultimately problems we'd had from day one. Anyway, I think it's one thing to be non-confrontational and want to resolve things peacefully and after having had time to think. But there's a difference between that and just flat ignoring, avoiding things because it's uncomfortable to talk about them. You can talk about things, but you just don't want to be confrontational. So you want time to think about it. But then you're supposed to come back and talk about it.
Yes, and most men don't do that.
Most men don't. We just think
You get so happy when she stopped talking about
if
it.
you're not talking about it, I'm not talking about it.
And that's a bad thing.
If you don't bring it up, I'm not gonna bring it up.
Bad thing. I'm going to tell you right now.
That's what we do. That's what we do, guys, right? That's what we do.
I'm going to tell you right now,
you don't-
that is a horrible way to deal with conflict. Horrible.
But that's how men act.
I promise you, it will show up in all sorts of ways that you will act as though you're so surprised. I'm so surprised. Oh my goodness, what happened?
What happened? Why you don't want to hold my hand anymore? What did I do to you? Like,
Okay.
yeah, that's what guys do, right? We wonder. What happened?
Just ridiculous.
Okay, my ex would always say he needed time to process. A man says, I need time to process. Okay.
It's bullshit.
I need time to process. I have never said I need time to process. I always say something like, well, I guess it's the wording. I guess it's like,
It's exactly what it is.
give me a moment, whatever. But my ex would always say he needed time to process, but it would always be at least several days. There's no way I could raise kids with someone who took days to even address conflict just on a practical level. Everyone's talking about the conflict.
Because that is so important.
That's the important one.
If you cannot talk it out, the way that the problems will happen.
Here's a new user said, my nervous system refuses to forget past arguments that were never resolved. See, that's an elephant.
That's me.
That's an elephant. That's an elephant. My nervous system refuses
Absolutely, girl.
to forget past arguments that were never resolved.
I don't forget.
Over time, they pile up, and it's not sustainable.
Let me like that comment because that is absolutely me. I don't. My nervous system it does not forget. Absolutely not. Okay, so the response to the last one, it says, and you stay angry/hurt for a while since nothing gets resolved, building up more anger or pain. Eventually, you just stop caring about the problem, though. Not resolve it, just stop caring. And that's so true.
I guess the message to the guys is that communication is key in everything. In everything. It sounds like a lot of these comments are coming from women because they say he or my husband, you know. When this one says that my nervous system refuses to forget past arguments, I know that's not a man making that comment. I just know it's not. Right? You think it's a man making that comment? You.
Oh, no.
No. Okay. I don't think it's a man. So I'm thinking the women are really telling us why they stop doing things. And it's because of the communication. And the women slowly start cutting things off. Not literally, but they start cutting things off. Like, you know what I mean? They start cutting things off.
Okay.
Like holding hands and the cuddling. Oh, I saw a movie the other day. What was that movie? What was that? Nobody? No.
Oh, yeah, it's Nobody.
Well, the woman had the giant pillow. It's a movie called Nobody.
Was that on the first one? That was the first one.
The first one, yeah.
Yeah.
This movie called Nobody, and it's another one called Nobody, part 2, I guess. Yeah, and the first one, the wife had this body pillow.
I saw that.
Between they're sleeping in bed, and she put the body pillow. It's like, what's up with the body pillow? Now, usually I think the women buy the body pillow because they want to hug the body pillow. You know, they don't want to hug the husband. They hug the pillow. Okay, when they sleep. Okay, that's like hugging a teddy bear or something. Whatever.
Yeah, okay.
They don't want to hug the husband. But she took that pillow, she put her back to it and put the pillow in the middle of the bed, and that's like the Great Wall of China. Just like that's like a total. I don't know.
I started cracking up laughing.
That's crazy right there.
When she did like this and she kind of like she was peeking
over it or
moving it or whatever she was doing. I started cracking up laughing.
Yeah.
But yeah, distance grows and then you have the result of that. Like if you don't communicate,
when that happens,
it's like
guys, when that happens, that's what that is. It's the communication is not there.
Yep.
You're not communicating. Someone says weaponizing processing time is a new one.
Yeah.
But I've definitely seen the avoidant type crash and burn a relationship or two. A lot of people, even once it piles up, it's like bills. You might have bills that pile up, and at some point in your life, you got to handle those bills, okay? You can start knocking them out one at a time, and then the pile starts getting smaller and smaller.
Or
you start taking care of it. Or what?
Or you can ignore them, and then day by day,
you
week
crash
by
and burn.
week,
You're out.
your gas gets cut off.
Yeah.
Then your water gets cut off. And then your lights get cut off. And you're sitting there wondering, what happened?
What happened?
Well, you see, you ignored those bills.
You let the bills pile up.
At some point, they're going to get cut off.
So the bills are the conflicts of your relationship. And your bills are going to pile up. Now, if you're fortunate enough, like we were, and like a lot of couples are, we take care of those bills little by little. Some are forgotten. Well, for the guys, they're forgotten. But for the women, they're not forgotten. They just let them go.
We never forget.
They just let them go. Because we took care of a lot of bills, those women, they take those bills and they say, you know what? I'm going to give this person another chance. So we're going to discharge this debt. We're going to just write it off as a loss. But we're not going to forget about it. We're going to put it on their relationship credit report. We're going to put it on the relationship credit report, and we're not going to forget it. So when something major happens, she's going to pull out that relationship credit report, and she's going to say, remember back in 2007, March 13th, 2007? Remember this happened? I discharged that debt, but now you want to do it again. And that's absolutely not going to happen. And we're going to be sitting there thinking like, what are you talking about? I thought all my debts were paid. She said, no, all your debts weren't paid. They weren't resolved. We just, because you resolved some of your debts, we discharged some of the others. But it's going to remain on your relationship credit report for the rest of your life. So now we're never, ever going to forget about it.
Look at you. Look at you creating a relationship credit.
Relationship credit report.
Yeah, a relationship
Credit report.
credit report.
Yeah. Someone says going through this now, and it's very confusing to say the least. Wow. Well, I guess it's no surprise I'm no longer with this person. Wow. Someone said, so true. I dated someone for 15 months who would shut down and avoid conflict despite my efforts to resolve things. I finally insisted that we talk.
Oh, guys don't like to
The
hear
things
that.
that guys don't want to do. I finally insisted that we talk as issues were piling up. But she framed it as, this is a guy. Okay, let me start this. It's a guy.
Uh-oh.
Coming from a guy. So true. I dated someone for 15 months who would shut down and avoid conflict despite my efforts to resolve things. All right, bro. I finally insisted that we talk. A guy who wants to talk as issues were piling up. But she framed it as disrespecting her boundaries and blocked me. Never heard from her again.
Dang.
Nah, I don't know about that.
This sounds a little
15 months she blocked you because you want to talk about your issues.
I was giving him all sorts of credit.
Yeah, that sounded kind of.
And now I'm thinking, something ain't right here.
Then you got a response right here that says, "Oh, that's tough." Though she's likely did you a favor in the end. I stayed in a dynamic like that for nearly 4 years.
Well, I do not believe that this guy's story is as simple as he puts it, because something feels
I know.
a little strange. A 15-month
You disrespected my boundaries and she blocked you and never heard from her
there's
again.
something not being said here.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. But kudos to you, bro, for talking about I just said that guys don't want to be the one that sit down and talk, and you posted here that you're the one who wanted to talk to her after 15 months.
But he's leaving something out. I don't know what it is. Can I read the next?
Go ahead.
Okay, so this is from the same guy. It says, "Oh, for sure. I've been in therapy ever since trying to unpack losing a partner over trying to resolve conflict." Okay, it must be the 15-month relationship he's referring to. "And to find myself again. It's tough. Hope you're feeling better these days, friend." Yeah, I'm still not buying it. Something is amiss there.
Yeah.
A response to that is, "Oh, that's great. It's been over a year post-breakup for me, and I've been in therapy the entire time and plan to continue.
Wow.
I'm doing much better now, and it's only because of therapy that I can pinpoint this dynamic as an issue anyway. LOL. I hope you are feeling better too." Okay, so too long didn't read. For anyone looking for a list to learn from. Number 1, disrespecting boundaries, but being nice sometimes. Number 2, words and actions not matching. Oh, I love that one. I like both so far. Number 3, love bombing early on. Number 4, jealousy, possessiveness disguised as caring. Absolutely.
That's what we said.
Number 5, controlling behavior, tracking, constant check-ins, needing all of your time. Remember I said respecting your time?
Respecting your time and controlling.
Exactly. Number 6, poor conflict resolution or avoiding hard conversations. Oh, that's such a good one. Number 7, anger or insults during disagreements. Absolutely. I didn't even think about that
That's
one.
definitely a red flag about the anger.
Where am I at?
I don't know.
I'm
you
just
don't
going to
have
go.
say the numbers.
I'm not going to say the numbers. The next one, constantly blaming others or saying every ex was crazy. Oh, yes. That's a red flag.
What, people talking about their ex?
Oftentimes people be like, "Oh, my ex was crazy." But they say it about every ex almost. How can everybody that you've been with be crazy? There's something right.
The red flag is they're the crazy one, right?
Exactly. You're the common denominator.
So we're talking about the red flag still, right?
Okay. Being rude to wait staff,
That's what you said.
workers, and strangers. This is what I'm saying.
That's a red flag.
It's a red flag. It says something about your character.
Yeah.
Gossiping or talking badly about everyone.
Yeah, about everyone. Well, don't we all know people like that?
Yep. Lying, even small lies.
Small lies turns into big ones. If you lie about the small things, What are
Yeah.
you saying about the big ones?
Exactly. Financial irresponsibility. That's a good one too. No ambition or direction. Incompatibility on big life things such as kids, marriage,
Like I said
values.
about the kids, yeah.
Absolutely. The next one, prioritizing everything else over the relationship. Trauma
In the beginning,
In the beginning. That's very
who would do something like that?
well, who would cheat in the beginning? People do it.
Well, that's prioritizing right there.
Trauma dumping or oversharing too early. I agree with that.
What do you mean?
When it comes to stuff like that, I feel like too many people expect their partners to be their therapist, and that's not what's supposed to happen.
I look at it as soundboards.
No, so that's just another word for therapist. Okay, especially depending on how often it's done. And I feel like a lot of people, they just automatically assume that the other person is going to be their soundboard. I say their therapist, and they dump all the stuff on them. You know what I mean? In hopes to relieve themselves of it. But in the midst of doing that, you're dumping it on somebody else who's your partner. She's not, or he's not your therapist. You need to hire someone to take on that burden, not your therapist. I mean, not your partner. And a lot of people, I think, go into relationships thinking, yeah, I need therapy. I'm not healed, but it's okay. I'll just heal with you. And it's like, dude or girl, go see a therapist and get yourself together.
And you please like, follow, share, subscribe, leave your comments in the chat.
Let's wrap it up.
Come back. I'm Stoney.
I'm T.
Come back for another episode of On the Table Talk, where we'll look and see what's on the table, and we'll talk about it.
All right.
All right. We'll see you next time. All right.
Bye.
Take it easy.